What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the two new upcoming packages, the next physical infrastructure package, and the next stimulus package, which could be combined into one and passed together as one massive package, as well as daily news that you need to know about. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. Remember, new videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, don't forget to like this video. It really helps out our channel. The World Health Organization is saying the Delta variant, this variant spreads much more easily and deadly, is becoming the dominant variant globally. They say that COVID-19, the variant Delta, first identified in India, is becoming the dominant variant of the disease worldwide, the World Health Organization chief scientist said on Friday. That's because of its significantly increased transmissibility. Studies suggest that Delta is around 60% more transmissible than the Alpha variant, the variant first identified in the United Kingdom. President Biden as well warns of this, quote, potentially deadlier Delta variant and urges the public to continue to get vaccines. The U.S. currently has 45.2% of all Americans fully vaccinated. That's 148 million people, with 316 million doses given in total. That is about almost 54% of people that have had one dose and 45% of people that are fully vaccinated at this point. There are several different stimulus programs that have been passed either through executive order or through previous stimulus packages that are set to expire, that if they're not extended through either an executive order by the president or through the next stimulus package, that these different stimulus protections will end. Number one is homeowner forbearance programs. Most homeowners have exited mortgage forbearance programs, but those who are left are still the most vulnerable. Mortgage forbearance is basically where you don't have to pay your mortgage and you won't have any interest or penalties. This is because the government actually owns the majority of mortgages on the back end through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac programs. So the government actually set it up to where you would not have to pay your mortgage for a year or even more. And a lot of those programs are coming to an end where people who have mortgages will need to start repaying their mortgages. Next up is eviction protections will end at the end of June, if not extended as well. There are some areas that have extended eviction protections on their own for longer, such as renters in Kenmore, Washington, and the entire New York State. Tenants are safe through August. But the majority of Americans in the United States that are behind on rent, which is over 10 million Americans, their eviction protections will be ending at the end of this month if they're not extended. The next thing is that student loan payments will resume soon. This is because student loan borrowers, the majority of them, has had their interest and their payments paused for about a year and a half now, and this is set to start ending. When will student loan payments need to start again? Somewhere around October. Your exact due date will vary depending on the time of the month that you began paying your student loans. However, the Department of Education and President Biden have just approved an additional $500 million for student loan forgiveness or student loan debt relief for about 18,000 borrowers. This is the fourth round of what I call mini student loan forgiveness. This is not the mass round of student loan debt forgiveness that President Biden has said he's willing to do. President Biden himself has said multiple different times he's willing to do at least $10,000 of student loan debt forgiveness. However, other senior Democrats, like Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, want them to do $50,000 of student loan debt forgiveness because, well, $50,000 right now is only really about 1 or maybe 2 years of college. It really depends on where you go. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But $10,000 nowadays is not even a full year of college at most places. And this is why they're pushing for more than $50,000 of student loan debt forgiveness. I personally expect, at first I thought that this was going to be done. There was a lot of momentum for it. I thought it was going to be done before before these two packages they're talking about right now, the next stimulus package and the next infrastructure package. I personally think at this point it's going to be done after they pass these packages, because I do think the president can do them through presidential executive order. And I think he's kind of just waiting until after they pass these next two packages, which will hopefully be here pretty soon. And the reason I think this is because they're going to need all the Democrats at the bare minimum, if they don't go bipartisan support with the physical infrastructure package, to everybody to say yes. So if the president basically forgives billions of dollars, many, many billions of dollars for student loan debt forgiveness right before they pass the package, that would probably make some moderates like Senator Joe Manchin say, well, I don't know if we should spend this much now on this stimulus and this infrastructure package because we just spent all this money on student loan debt forgiveness. Even though some people would argue you're not really spending the money, you're just forgiving the money. It's basically like an IOU that the government has that all these people owe the government. 95% of student loan debt is owed to the government. So they basically have all these IOUs and they're just going to basically rip them up and throw them out the window. So they're not really printing new money. We could see that in the future if we see other types of debt forgiveness like credit card debt forgiveness and mortgage debt forgiveness. Credit card debt forgiveness and medical debt forgiveness. That can be done where they would have print money in a stimulus package and pay that. I think we'll see those types of other debt forgiveness, or at least a big push for them after the student loan debt forgiveness. So credit card debt forgiveness and medical debt forgiveness can be done through a stimulus package in the future. They are talking about another stimulus package as well after these two, as well as in October, which is about 3 months away, they get a whole nother set of reconciliation cards where the Democrats can pass a whole nother set, probably 2 to 3 more stimulus packages, again, through the reconciliation process. Okay. Really, the Democrats have about a year to get everything done. The Social Security increases, Medicare increases, fourth stimulus check, fifth stimulus check, monthly stimulus checks, child tax credit, monthly stimulus checks, 2 years of free college, student loan debt forgiveness, all these things they want to do, right? They're going to put as many things in this next package as they can, and then there's going to be another package after that, and maybe even another package after that. Because the reality of it is that the economic recession is going to take years to come out of. And in 2008, 2009, it took 4 to 5 years. So even if these stimulus packages that are passing decrease the time by 50%, still going to take like 2 years. So they're going to continue to pass packages. The Democrats have about a year, a little bit over a year, until the next midterm elections in 2022. And they have to do everything before then, because if they lose even a single seat in the Senate or a few seats in the House, they'll lose control of either one of them just by losing a seat or two. And they know this. So they know that they need to pass everything on their agenda before that next election, just in case they lose either one of them. So we also could see mortgage debt forgiveness as well as tax debt forgiveness by executive order, because the government owes, they own all the tax debt. Tax debt is basically a government IOU. You owe the government, as well as mortgage debt forgiveness, which is done via Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. The government actually owns the majority of that on the back end. So they could just basically waive the amount that you owe the government by $10,000 or $50,000. I think we're going to see a big push for this after the student loan debt forgiveness goes through. So even if you don't have student loan debt, you kind of want to root for student loan debt forgiveness to be done, because then I think we're going to see a large push for the people who didn't get student loan debt forgiveness to see other types of debt forgiveness from the government. In fact, according to a recent poll, even though only about 1 in 6 Americans have student loan debt, so what is that? That's about 16%. So only 16% of adults have student loan debt. But yet 52% of Americans said they are in favor of blanket student loan debt forgiveness for all borrowers, according to a new poll. 12% of respondents in the poll said they believe student loan debt forgiveness should be granted for those with low income and high debt. 11% said those in public service should be forgiven of their loans, and 4% say they support temporary loan forgiveness through the pandemic. Only 20% of people responding didn't think the federal government should undertake any student loan forgiveness at all. So again, even if you don't have student loan debt forgiveness, you kind of want to push for that, because I'm pretty decent at this. If you've been watching this show, I'm pretty spot on most of the time. Sometimes I'll see a change Like we've seen more bipartisan support for the infrastructure package. So kind of the odds went up on actually getting a deal done with Republicans. I'd put it at about 50-50 right now. But if we see student loan debt forgiveness for the masses, the $10,000 to $50,000 for basically everybody or the majority of borrowers, I definitely think we will see a large movement for other types of debt forgiveness, like credit card debt forgiveness, mortgage debt forgiveness, property tax and other type of tax debt forgiveness, and medical debt forgiveness. In fact, just a few days ago, we're starting to see this, just not from the government. We have a charity called RIP Medical Debt is going to do $278 million of medical debt forgiveness. So that's $250 million done for 82,000 low income patients. So yeah, I mean, we're already starting to see this happen, and with the government's pushing for student loan debt forgiveness, this is the type of things we'll see on a much larger scale from the government once we get that student loan debt forgiveness passed. Democratic Representative Pramila Jayapal, who's the leader of the Democratic Progressive Caucus, which is about half of all Democrats in the House of Representatives, says if we can do $500 million of student loan debt forgiveness, which they did just do, an additional $500 million of student loan debt forgiveness, then they said, then we can do much, much more. It's time for POTUS to expand on this good start by canceling up to $50,000 for every borrower now. If you think you might be eligible for the current student loan debt forgiveness, which is mostly for people that have been defrauded by their schools, their school closed on them, or they have disabilities, go to Google and type in student loan debt forgiveness and go directly to the studentaid.government website right here. Okay, studentaid.gov forgiveness cancellation. In fact, I'll put a link to this down below in the description. If you ever have somebody saying you need to pay them to get student loan debt forgiveness, it's a scam. Okay. Don't fall for that. In fact, my mom wanted me to mention to you, my mom's upstairs watching our son Julian right now. She comes over a lot of days and watches him to help out while I film. She said that she actually just got scammed this week. Luckily, it didn't turn out that bad. But she had a company calling her saying that she could reduce her Spectrum internet bill by $30 per month by paying them $4.99. I don't remember if it was $4.99 a month or if it was $4.99 one time, but she kind of fell for it. She gave them her credit card, and then she got a notice from her credit card company, like 2 minutes later via email, that this company was trying to charge $1,200 on her card, and they declined it. So you got to be very, very careful. There's a lot of, in fact, there's scammers in the comments of this video and all YouTube channels. I'm very vigilant on deleting them. I ban them and delete them. I check my comments like every 20 minutes, and a lot of times I'll just scan through it to make sure there's no scam. I kind of can't read through them all because it would take me the whole day, but I do read through a lot of them. I heart your comments and comment back. But I spend a lot, me and my wife spend a lot of time deleting the scammers in the comments of this video and all my videos. If you see any comments of somebody that's posing to be It's Jimmy and using my picture and saying, contact me on WhatsApp, it's not me. I don't ask you to contact me via the comments. It's a scam. It's going on for all the popular YouTube channels, and YouTube needs to do something about it bad. When I ban them, I have to go and manually delete all their old comments, which I do. I spend the time to do that. I wish YouTube would just give us a function to delete all their old comments right then and there with the click of a button. That would save me so much time. But yeah, they just create new accounts. They use my name and picture, and then they go, hey, contact me on WhatsApp. And it's just a scam. So don't even contact them. Or if you really want to waste their time, maybe contact them. And if you're just sitting around and you got a bunch of time on your hands, you can waste their time and just know that you don't want to go along with it. Act like you're going to. But yeah, there's a lot of very creative scams out there, like this one that my mom fell for. Luckily, her credit card declined it, and she now canceled the card. But you got to be very, very careful, because I'm here to help you guys, let you know about all these stimulus programs. This emergency broadband program has kind of been one of the most successful, where people got $50 off their internet. But be aware that there's other scams like this, where like, hey, you could get $30 off your internet from Spectrum. All you got to do is pay me $5. They really just want to get your credit card number. So Remember, the official website for the free $50 off internet credit that's from the second stimulus check package is getemergencybroadband.org. Remember, write this down, getemergencybroadband.org. If you haven't got this yet, I know that some people don't qualify, but it seems like the majority of our viewers did qualify for this. It's $50 off per month off your internet. And you can get this for a phone bill. It's only one per household, though, I believe. $75 a month per month off your internet bill if you're on a tribal lands, and a one-time discount of $100 for laptop, tablet, and desktop computer. And the website looks like this. You can apply right online. Some people get approved the very same day. Some people, it takes a few days to get approved. Not everybody gets approved, but it seems like the majority of our viewers did get approved for this. So again, just be very, very careful. Don't give your credit card to anybody unless you're buying something from a reputable site and you know exactly what it is. If someone says, hey, give me your card and I'll get you student loan debt forgiveness or uh, money off your internet bill, just assume it's a scam and just don't give them your card, your credit card, your debit card, any personal information, anything. So Democratic Representative here, Pramila Jayapal, she's one of the names you kind of want to watch when it comes to stimulus. She's probably that most outspoken person from the U.S. House of Representatives right now, pushing for all types of stimulus, student loan debt forgiveness. She's part of the monthly recurring stimulus bill that is for a $2,000 one-time stimulus check, followed by, let me scroll down a little bit here, $2,000 followed by $1,000 monthly recurring payments that would go until the pandemic is over and continue for 1 year after the end of the crisis to help our country and our families recover. This is because even if the virus is gone tomorrow, even if all the states open up and the virus is completely gone, the economic recovery is likely going to take years with an S, years with an S. So this is why a lot of people are pushing to continue stimulus, including President Biden, who just said that exact same thing at the G7 World Conference and has they kind of made a pact with the other G7 leaders that all these countries are going to continue economic stimulus measures until at least the end of the year because they want the world economy to continue to get better, and it also works in all their favor so that none of these countries' dollar gets devalued. The US dollar actually has been rallying over the last few days. And anytime President Biden is asked about a fourth stimulus check, he is open to it and is actually becoming more and more positive for more stimulus checks to be included in this next package. So I will keep you up to date with everything. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. Tomorrow, I mean, we have an 8 p.m. video tonight, but tomorrow we'll be having some special kind of guests for Father's Day, so you won't want to miss that. We'll still have our 3 regularly scheduled episodes for Father's Day, as well as 8 p.m. tonight. Remember, new videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to subscribe down below. Click the bell icon to all notifications to get reminder notifications when we go live with new videos. You can click this video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video is about President Biden's Social Security raise as well as Bernie Sanders' Social Security raise. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.